All right, we are going to dive a little deeper into sugars, right, and simple carbohydrates, right? We just talked about it, but with monosaccharides and disaccharides, and kind of give you guys some definitions and kind of how they are put together, right? So when we're talking about monosaccharides, again, like a singular molecule, the most simple and most common type of sugar, right, is glucose. Blood glucose levels, you've probably heard of that. That's how we store sugar within the body or within the blood, right? Again, if it's in muscles or the liver, it's called glycogen. But glucose is like the simplest one. Everything kind of gets broke down to glucose in some facet. The next one is fructose, right? That's, again, like fruit sugars, right? You've probably heard that before. That most commonly is combined with a glucose molecule. So glucose and fructose together make a disaccharide, so two of them put together. And that's your simple table sugar. You've probably also heard of, fructose, like corn syrup and stuff like that, right? Like that's your fructose that you're talking about. And then galactose is the final one. And you can probably tell that it combines somehow to make your like milk sugars or lactose, right? So when we're talking about disaccharides, right, those are two monosaccharides bonded together. And here are your three disaccharides. So again, simple carbohydrates. So two glucose molecules make maltose. This is not very common in terms of just a naturally forming sugar. Usually comes when you have like bread or something that you heat up or toast, and then you have these like starches that are long, right? Polysaccharides. Two molecules break off, and then bam, like you have two glucose and it makes a maltose. Again, not something that's like very natural, like, or happens regularly. It's not very common. The second one, glucose plus fructose, which we've learned about, right, is table sugar, so sucrose, right? And then the last one is galactose and glucose, and that makes lactose, right? So your milk sugar. And a lot of people end up being lactose intolerant because they don't make the enzyme lactase that's required to break it down. So you get upset stomach, gas, diarrhea, stuff along those lines. So those are your mono and disaccharides.